Well, I'd like a man that makes six figures. For what? Is over 6 feet tall. For what? Can't curl my body weight. For what? Is a dog whisperer. Huh? Hi, welcome to the castle. Today we're gonna watch a video from the creator Tanyon. Link is as always in the description. About why modern relationships are so messed up. He personally says in his description, modern dating is awful, but why? How did things become so messy with dating? I don't have any real stats to back this stuff up, but I do think that people in general have lost their way when it comes to what a real relationship looks like and feels like, primarily thanks to the falsehoods that rampant social media use to trick us into believing. So, if you think social media has a very, very bad impact on relationships, or like not even partner relationships in terms of partner, but also families and friends, maybe this is a video for you to get more ideas, to get more thoughts on it. And let's discuss what you think about it in the comments. So I hope you enjoy it. Have fun. So here's the video. Let's see why those relationships are probably messed up. Let's see what it is about.
The modern relationship is struggling. But
Mhm.
why? How did
Why?
things become so messy with dating? Have you ever
I have a guess.
seen those videos on social media of old couples being interviewed about when they met and how they made it so far? I've always loved watching those videos for two reasons. First,
Me too. Who didn't watch those? They were so popular for a long time. And it's always so wild what the people told us, like how they met. I mean, my guess is that the person who made those TikToks interviewed, I don't even want to know how many people during the day, and then only like picked the most wild stories that would make the most sense for reach and everything. But I think I wonder how many stories got left behind actually.
how the relationship started and progressed is almost always too bizarre to believe. Like this older gentleman named Albert will say,
Albert.
"Well, I saw Betsy from across the neighborhood swimming hole when I was 16, and I knew right then and there she was the one for me." And
That's
Betsy
so
will say,
cute.
"Well, I played hard to get, but I knew I loved him from day one." And then the
Why did she play it hard to get though? She said she loved him from day one. But why did she play hard to get? I don't understand it. This is something that you have to tell me.
old guy goes off to war or something, and the day he comes back, the first thing they do is get married, and they've lived happily ever after since. Second, and most importantly, it means that real love actually does exist in ordinary
It really
life
does.
as ordinary days
Yeah.
pass us by, and not just in some acted
No,
scenes
that's
behind a
me.
screen. Whenever I look at the comments of videos like these, I see people longing for what they have, but I also see people asking the big question: why does it feel like this never happens anymore? Why do modern relationships feel so screwed up? I think
I mean, one thing is, let's say we noticed those crazy stories because someone interviewed a lot of people and picked the craziest stories how they met and how they found true love. So it is what we are kind of looking at on social media, no? Or am I wrong at this point? Because like if you are not consuming social media, you're not seeing those type of things at all. Or if you don't consume any type of media, like nobody would know how it is with other people and how they do it because we don't have it in front of us through all the media we are consuming. So I mean, why it is not happening anymore probably is also because those videos don't get pushed too much anymore. Who knows? And with the small circle we have around us in our private life, I think it's a bit different to see those things. And you never know also if somebody says a crazy story and that they're happy, they did have their hardships. And I don't think that you show that on social media as well, or like show that to others um for societal reasons probably. So yeah, it is a pinpoint thing technically.
there are a few reasons, but to me, the reason that stands above the rest is social media.
Yeah, there we go.
What a shocker. I think a
What a
lot of
shocker.
these problems with modern relationships begin
Wait, what was the question?
with social media. Yeah, what a shocker. I think a lot of
Part 1. Are you worthy of being loved at all? Yes, everybody. Stop saying that to yourself that you're not. I will freaking hit you with a slipper.
These problems with modern relationships begin before a relationship has even started. Social media has taught us that there is a measuring stick when it comes to your capacity to be.
A measuring stick? Wait, what is that? So we have unlovable zone and a lovable zone. Why are YouTubers in the unlovable zone? Okay. Then there are celebrities and Giga Chat, which is probably behind my head, which is in the lovable zone. What is on the left side? People who leave their shopping cart in the middle of the aisle so nobody can pass while browsing. That's why humans, please take a freaking driver's license for those shopping carts. It's driving me mental.
Loved. And if we haven't reached the right threshold, it's pretty pointless to even try. The general public is really quick nowadays to intensely criticize others on social media for their.
Yeah, because people think they're like not immune, but they have the neutrality because people don't know who you are, right? Technically, if you insult someone, you can still go to the police and say like, "Hey, I'm getting a lot of hate comments. Can you do something about it?" And I know it's still very new for most of the police stations, but technically some things that you say online can go very far. So be careful what you're talking about.
Negative features and traits. I think that when we take in too much of that negativity.
Also, why the heck are you wasting your time? Write stupid comments on the videos that you didn't even like. Like, spend your time elsewhere. Do something nice. Like, help your mom carrying groceries. Help your dad screwing his car together. Play with your siblings. Take a bath. Do something with your life in a positive way instead of being on the internet writing weird comments like, "Oh, I don't like your hair. You look so ugly." But and then you go to the next video and then you're like, "I don't like how the outfit looks on you." But yeah, what? Why? Why are you wasting your lifetime for something stupid as is? The world is hard enough. Get your ass up and spread positivity or mind your own freaking business. Thanks. I'm sorry I'm ranting.
It changes how our little pea brains work. And over time, we end up convincing ourselves that those nasty criticisms we hear are normal and valid, which can absolutely cause us to criticize ourselves in the same way.
Because you're making other people feeling miserable. Imagine how it would be in their skin. Stop that. My lord.
That does a lot of damage to someone who doubts they are capable of being loved at all. I use this example because I've been there. When I was younger,
I've been there too,
I was the
a lot of
really
times.
skinny guy, and I was pretty insecure about it. People always used to tell me how small I was, and I hated that. If social media was like it is,
everybody, I also don't understand. Like, humans have their own pace and development, especially as like kids, teenagers, and young adults. Even like some bodies take a long time to go to full growth, basically. So some people, even with 25, are not fully grown out and look very young, even though they're 25 already. Man, I had to show my freaking personal ID when I was 25 to buy something. Like, dude, when the party was coming up and I wanted to bring a nice bottle of something, I had to show my freaking ID to prove that I'm 25.
Is now, and I was constantly reading comments from random strangers like this one, that would have been devastating for my already low self-confidence.
Be bad, yeah.
On top of all of that, it's easy to look at people who appear to have a lot going for them on social media.
Is that a meta for Instagram? It looks like it is Instagram. I just see a lot of skin. Oh god. Do I have to blur that out? I'm not even sure if I have to. But the thing is, please do not compare yourself to something like this. This is staged. This is most likely people took like 200 pictures to have one that they can post on Instagram. Please never put yourself onto the balance with those type of content because it is staged. They want you to see exactly what you see. And you never know what's going on behind them. For example, someone because my main audience is male, right? So if you see super ripped guys on social media, they're training probably a lot. Maybe they're taking something. I will not assume that to anyone, but maybe. Mm. And also to have a very low body percentage to show the abs, how some people do that. Man, you have to suffer. Or like bodybuilders, for example, they are not allowed to even drink before competition. They feel miserable just to look a specific way for the competition. It's so difficult to look that way with a normal lifestyle. So please do not put yourself on a scale like that. It's absolutely stupid. And I don't know why humans still do that. So please use your monkey brain for something more valuable for yourself. If it inspires you to go to the gym, to feel better about yourself, all power to you. If it makes you feel miserable because you're like, oh, I'm not looking like this, I'm not looking like that. I mean, your body is different from those. You don't know how they achieved it. So instead of thinking, I don't look like this, I feel like I feel like poop, like think more, oh yeah, this looks pretty nice. Maybe I can achieve something similar by going to the gym, and even if not, I am working out. I'm doing something for myself, and that is amazing. Please try to shift your perspective on things to get out of this freaking storm of negativity. I don't even know how to say it in a different way because I see so much stuff, especially as a content creator, that is just unbearable how people think, how negatively people think about themselves. So please have a bit more belief in yourself. You're doing great. Sometimes surviving is more than enough. And I will stop yapping and we watch the video. I'm so sorry.
And play the comparison game. If I just wasn't uglier, if I just made more money,
Yeah.
maybe I wouldn't be feeling so lonely. Social media gives us access to the top 1% of insanely attractive and wealthy people. And when we see that,
And you never know how they get it. They could have a couple of corpses in the basement because of how they achieved what they achieved. And this is not reachable for normal people. And it's fine to be normal. Stop bussing out about it.
all the time,
Yeah.
makes us feel like we're inferior in comparison really quickly. Social media is really good at showing us how good we don't have it. There are so many reasons to believe you're unlovable if the thing you're spending hours a day doing is communicating to you that you're not good enough.
Yeah, you're about to be relaxed. You want to be relaxed and what, scroll a little bit, right? For the little dopamine kick that you get every day. And then it just makes you feel miserable. Where's the dopamine going, man?
If the older generation was constantly criticizing and comparing themselves like we seem to do, then maybe stories like these wouldn't have happened at all.
Yeah, true.
I'm not sure if you've caught on yet, but people have a tendency to set up unfair expectations as to what traits their partner absolutely needs to have in.
Okay, let me see. So, well, I would like a man. By the way, this is not gender specific. Males also have insane requirements for some females, man. So, this is an example for the females that are on social media, and this is absolutely ridiculous and should not be pushed as it is. But I explained in other videos how social media works already or on stream. So, well, I'd like a man that makes 6 figures. For what? Is over 6 feet tall. For what? Can't curl my body weight. For what? What is the other one? I don't see it. Is a dog whisperer. Huh? Okay. I mean, she maybe wants a dog, which is okay. But for what do you need the rest? Like, I don't have words. Like, he could be the most toxiest guy on the planet and you still would be attracted to him if he has those 3 things or 4 with the dog. That doesn't make any sense.
In order to be considered worthy to invest in. Men and women do this equally. Don't get it twisted, my 79.
Good job pointing it out. Men and women do this equally. It doesn't matter. Everybody has stupid high standards because of some bullshit they see on social media. It makes me so mad.
Male audience. I have personally seen videos in which women claim their man needs to make 6 figures and be 6 feet tall at a minimum. And I've seen videos or comment sections where men are actively bashing women who don't have the body type they're looking for.
Yeah, and what's the point, huh? Or they don't look like how they look when they wake up. Because females wearing makeup in bed is very damaging for the skin.
Even if you don't do these things, which I'm sure you don't because you're all perfect,
You're
social media has
perfect,
a way of
yes.
sticking with you, slowly building up this image of society's ideal partner over time. And if we're taking
Which doesn't exist.
in content like this, one day we could end up believing that we actually do need these traits or features in order to feel satisfied with our partner. Potentially not even for our own happiness, but to satisfy the societal norms set around us. Another issue that I'm sure comes to mind here is watching adult content on the internet that's extremely damaging for our mental.
I don't know what that is. Can someone please explain me?
As a man, this content is so harmful because it paints the way that we view, think about, and interact with women really poorly. If you're
And then you don't even know how to interact with them because all the media you consume is not the reality or is even rude. Like we watched on stream, we watched a video about people pranking other people randomly. It was I made the 1.5 hour reaction from a 15-minute video because it made me so mad how they behaved. It was so bad. I will upload it, someone.
watching this consistently, you're gonna get so used to this fake image of what a woman looks like and what a woman as a partner should be in your life that when you start to interact with real women,
Look at his little face. It's so cute. Oh, look at the face. It's so terrible, though. I love the drawings.
this sound like
Perfect,
a bumbling
peak perfection.
idiot trying to communicate with an alien or something. This is not what the standard is, my guy. The
No.
unrealistic picture
And also, social media is not the standard for anyone. Okay? Social media should be always taken with a grain of salt. I know.
pictures of what life and love should be like, painted by the content we take in on our phones, can easily cause our standards for relationships to skyrocket to levels that are really challenging for any normal human to reach.
Yeah.
I think social media has tricked us into believing that the right relationship should be totally smooth sailing all the way through because that's what real love looks like.
And that is a big lie. Like a relationship, yes, you should feel comfortable with your partner. Yes, you should have a good time. But it is full of compromises. It is full of communication. It is full of adjustments from both partners. Don't take it the wrong way. Both partners have to adjust. So the partnership is a happy one.
If you really love someone, then it should be a piece of cake forever. And if it isn't, then it just isn't a match, right? Real relationships are challenging.
That's so bad.
I'm not saying that every relationship is bound to be a bloodbath with fights all the time. I'm just saying that you have to be willing to make sacrifices often, and you have to be willing to step up and take accountability when it's necessary.
And it's for both parties. Like I said, don't take me wrong. It's for both parties that have to do that. Not only one. If only one does it, it will not be a good time.
One of the biggest differences between a relationship that thrives and one that struggles is you being able to happily make the sacrifices and take accountability because you know that even though that stuff isn't necessarily fun, the person that you're with makes it more than worth it. Take it from a guy who's married. My wife will ask me to go do stuff with her pretty often that I do not care about at all. Like go see a play or something. And it would be easy for me to say, no, I'd rather do things that interest me, like drawing stick figures all day. But I know she
What is that helicopter?
recognizes the sacrifice I'm making by putting my interests aside and involving myself in hers, even if it's just a small one. Relationships are a challenge. Not every day is going to be easy, and that can seem like a wake-up call for some. The difference should be that the right person makes the challenge and the sacrifice worth it every time. I don't have any real stats to back this stuff up, but I do think that people in general have lost their way when it comes to what a real relationship looks like and feels like, primarily thanks to the falsehoods that rampant social media use has tricked us into believing. And if you're watching a video with this title, I'm sure you believe that too. Even with all the chaos and nonsense when it comes to modern relationships, I think the best, most tangible thing we can do is take a good long look at ourselves. I feel like the majority of relationship discussions and advice on YouTube are always looking out for how to identify a good partner or how to avoid a bad one. But I don't see quite as many videos talking about how we ourselves can be a good partner in the future. If you're interested,
that's a good point. Like it's also a thing that makes me think, like some people say, yeah, I want a girlfriend. But I understand the feeling. I understand the feeling to want someone to share your life with, right? To not be lonely. I understand. But you will not find a girlfriend for a long lasting relationship if it's like a to-do list. A girlfriend is not a to-do list, or a partner is not a to-do list, right? It's for every gender. It is like, especially if you have nothing to bring to the table, if you don't have a personality, if you don't have hobbies, if you don't have interests that you can share or talk about with your partner, because you're probably just sitting in a basement for 24/7. Why should also someone be attracted to that? I just want to point out some realities that some people have. Like, please do not treat your partner as a to-do list. Like, if you have one, what then? What do you want from that? Like, what is the purpose of that partner for you? And how can you entertain the partnership in terms of like what to do, what to talk about, what kind of goals you have? You have to work on yourself to figure that out for yourself. And then working on yourself will automatically attract people. If you have confidence because you're started to go to the gym, or if you have to have confidence because you started to just walk every day for an hour or half an hour, whatever time you can have spare. If you have some hobby that you're very proud of, maybe you are drawing, maybe you are playing a specific sport, maybe you are very passionate about gaming, and yes, there are gamer girls that would be attracted to that. Even a good combination is a book girl with a gamer boy. So you can have anything, but you have to do something. You have to do something with your life, and to improve yourself in not a toxic way, like you have to be top notch 1% of human popularity, but you just have to do a little bit better every day. Maybe like learning how to cook a nice meal, or trying a new recipe, trying different spices, like little things that you can learn on a daily or weekly basis will already improve your personality and the you, basically the whole you, what is going on with you, right? What is around you. And that alone will add to how you attract people, because you're getting proud of your work, because you're getting proud of your cooking skills, because you're getting proud of your body physique, or you just have a different posture because you're walking every day. It can be anything, but please take the first little pebble and make a roll. So over time, it will just roll a whole pebble collection, and then there will be someone who really really likes all those pebbles, and then you are just a big pebble family. My brain is so cooked, man.
In that, then you'll have to be really honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses. Yeah. Bettering yourself is never going to be a bad thing.
Yeah.
You do it for
as long as you don't do this in a toxic way. Like, please do not buy any weird life coach courses or very expensive weird memberships for gyms or whatever it is. You do not need that. If you have access to the internet, you have access to so much information, so much wisdom, so much ideas. Please utilize what you have. You don't need to put money into it. There's no need. You can find communities to strengthen yourself, which are also for free. There should be no payment for communities. There should be no payful for joining a community. So please do something, okay? Start somewhere.
For a lot of reasons, including your future partner. But if that doesn't work out, then hey, at least you did it for yourself.
You did it for yourself too.
I would encourage you to, and please stay with me here, try anyway. If you're still questioning it, you are capable of being loved. And there are still people out there who want to do relationships the right way.
So many actually.
Really hard to get that.
So many are sick from all those dating apps. So many are sick from all the false portrait, like false relationship portraits on social media. They just want something normal. Normal is good. So please, just do a little bit better every day or every week, no matter how much energy you have. And over time, it is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Over time, you will attract people that like you. It doesn't have to be a partnership. It can be a very deep friendship even. Whatever floats your boat. Just focus on yourself first. And then you have the capacity to sustain a partner, to sustain a family, to sustain long-lasting friendships, to sustain a community, whatever you need, but it starts from you, and that's what you should always prioritize in this case.
That ball rolling, or it might feel impossible when you just keep meeting absolutely terrible people like these ones, but you can't give up
Wait, who's not subscribed to him or me, huh? Who's not?
on it. There was an old piece of advice that I heard a long time ago that said, putting your heart out there is never a mistake. Never let your heart become calloused. And that stuck with me for over a decade now. It would get me through some hard times, like in middle school when I would send a girl a "I like you, do you like me" text after weeks of deliberating because I was so nervous. And her first response would be, LOL. Also, of course, take what you
She's missing out on someone. You could be the That's also the thing. You could be the sweetest thing, but maybe she was something, or the person was looking for something else. And it's not your fault. It doesn't make you worth less, okay?
see and hear on social media about relationships with a grain of salt, including content from me. If you're questioning whether or not this is sound advice, then think about it this way. If enough people watch this and utilize what they hear, eventually maybe 2 people will meet who applied my ideas to their dating lives, and I will have become the ultimate matchmaker in the process. That would be kind
That would be so cute, though. We have a few people like dating or having partners, and I'm always so happy to hear from them and how well they're doing. I know it means that they will have less time spending like on stream or on the Discord, whatever it is. But I'm so happy. I'm genuinely happy that they are happy and found someone that they want to share their life with. And if I'm not part of their life anymore, that is okay. We all move on, and it should not be a thing. Okay, I'm just happy that they found someone. And if if it doesn't work out over time, because you never know, I will still be there to catch them up with my community, so they always have somewhere to retreat or get some strength back. And this is just wonderful. It almost makes me tear up, man. I should stop talking about it.
of neat, for me at least. Relationships
But-
today are messy. I've personally felt and experienced that, but I've
Same.
also felt the joy that
Same.
eventually comes when you don't give up. Even
Yeah.
when you're given reason after reason as to why you should. When you find a partner who means business, there won't be criticisms or comparisons, and you won't feel slighted by having to sacrifice.
Yeah.
You'll just wonder how you ever got along without them.
That was such a sweet video, man. It made me tear up in the end because I'm so proud of the community that is like slowly growing and growing, and how they interact with each other. It's so beautiful, and this is why you should like seek out for little changes for your own benefit, basically, or like for your own growth. Mm. And then if you need a community, find a community. If you need some like support from your parents or anything, maybe even if you need therapy, there should be no shame in that. Do it for yourself. Go and step up for yourself and become someone that you like to be. And if you like yourself, man, then all the doors will open up for you, because you have more confidence about yourself, and you will give a fully different perspective to other people about yourself. And this is just, yeah. And if even nobody likes you, after a while you still love yourself because you did everything for yourself, and you're still proud of yourself. It will never change, because the value that you give, that you have, is the one that you give yourself. So please value yourself a lot, okay? Okay, I will stop rambling. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a lovely day, and I see you on the next video on stream. Bye bye.